Okay, this is the motor mounts. This was probably the hardest one. I took a piece of angle iron from an old bed frame and bolted it onto the subframe bolts on the top side here. So that was my base. Then I took the motor mount bucket can off of the Volkswagen and torched it off of the Volkswagen and set it in place, and I'm using the Volkswagen stock mount with the stock Volkswagen motor mount on top of it, and then I welded some tabs up off my angle iron onto the Volkswagen holder, little can tube they have for holding the motor mount, once I had the engine sitting where I wanted it. And then I just marked and tack welded these in the backyard. I have a little stick welder, and then took it all apart and came and MIG welded it at the shop. Welded it all up nice and solid. I'm going to add one more bracket just on the back side. If you come around, I'm just going to put a piece of flat bar across here and bolt it to the subframe, and then bolt it onto that motor mount can, and then I'll just hold it a bit stronger on the back side for it. And then the front motor mount is a combination of Volkswagen and Dodge. These ears that come down is the way Dodge mounts their engine, and this is the stock Dodge mount. And then I cut the ears off the Dodge mount and welded it to the stock Volkswagen mount right up there, because Volkswagen has a flat plate just up in behind here. So it just comes down and goes into the stock Dodge one. On both sides there, you'll see on this side, you can see where it's been welded. All my wiring is hanging down. I haven't finished it quite yet. We just got this thing going today. There you can see up there where it's welded pretty good. You might be able to see it there. Right in here you can see where I cut the plate and welded it on top of there. And that's just all welded onto the Volkswagen. And on the back piece, on the third motor mount, I cut the Dodge mount here. So this is Dodge mount, and that's the Dodge. And then Volkswagen on their transaxle has two holes, quite large, and they're reinforced quite nice. So I use that for mounting holes, and then made up this plate and bolted the two together. And that's my third motor mount. Now I should have put the plate on the other side of the Dodge mount, because then the engine would have came this way another inch, and I could have really used that inch more on this way when I did my heater hose, but you'll see that in a minute on my next heater hose video. I could have used the extra inch, and I wouldn't have had to make quite as many kinks in my lower heater hose, my rad hose. But it turned out okay anyway. I didn't want to have to remount everything just for the sake of an inch, so I left it and just got more inventive for the rad hose.